Yep. It's my first time playing one of these, man. Ace of turn. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Play the first turnabout. I'm at the region. That's what these things are. Gas. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did. Dang, man. Trying to set my dude up. Boy, am I nervous. This music is fire. This music is straight flames. From out the gate. First 3 seconds you can tell it. Fire. You can tell it's fire. When it went flipping in there. Oh, hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? With the fitting before the case? Oh, are you talking too much? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. Oh, it's personal. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything. It's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death. Despair. Oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Oh, that's the client. His name is Butts, Nick Butts. Hey there, Larry. I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in the world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Oh, this man named Nick. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Newspaper said it was you. Dang, boy. I thought your name was Nick, but my name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smell, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Well, I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Cause my name is Phoenix Wright, the ace attorney. Um, Court is now in session for trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor, for the tutorial. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Bruh, this music. Let's think about these games. These novel games, they all have the best music in the world. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. I hope you can control your nerves. Is that a mechanic? Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Handshaking. Eyesight fade. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts, sir. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what's the victim's name. I knew this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. Can I read it? Cindy's. Cindy Stone. It's wait. Oh. No, wait, I forgot. Drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it anytime, okay? I might turn the volume down a little bit. Dang. Pretty extreme. Everything else is alright. Oh yeah, save too, might as well. off and do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who was the victim in this case? Right, I forgot. Just that quick. Cindy Stone, huh? Yeah, Cindy Stone. They will put two. Oh, that says Cinder Block. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. She was hit with a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we should not proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. It's that anime in her head voice. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told you, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. A statue in the shape of the thinker is rather heavy. Right. I'm sure the pictures of any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. You have to check the court records frequently. Okay. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention, you don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Come on, Larry, you can do it. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. They all died. I wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. returned the day before the murder. No way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. What? Bro, this is like one of them judge shows. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude, we can clearly see what kind of woman this Mrs. Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Dang. I think my dude is done. Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I object? Yes. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case. Oof. What you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. But he didn't know. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not so looking so good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Did you do that? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I did not. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? You gotta answer that. Send him a signal. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, bruh. Yeah. I was there. I went. Order. Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so like I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying. Uh-oh. The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies the matter. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. He the one did it. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Saw It to the stand. Oh, man. Mr. Saw It, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Saw It, you may proceed with your testimony. Please, out of court, what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony, witness's account. Door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment and I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Yeah, incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. That's convenient. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawet used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added to the court record. Now, let's see this blackout record, man. From noon to 6 p.m. Noon to 6 p.m. was a blackout, so he couldn't use the phone. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right. Right. This is the real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? While you expose the lies and the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? The client is innocent, right? And that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. It's the court record. Blackout, noon to 6. Victim, 7:30. Heavy object. Time of death. Oh, look at this time of death. 4 to 5. And when was the blackout? 6. Viewing the evidence, man. 4 to 5 p.m. was the death. It was a blackout. So we gotta get him to say something, contradict something on this. Then, once we found out the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Go. Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. What you mean it's strange? Who gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door is half open, you see. It isn't only human to want to peek. We climb mountains because they are... What? Anyone would look inside. Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? So he looked into the apartment. What happened then? Yeah, we caught him. What's up, man? I'm being a lawyer. Then I saw her lying there. A woman not moving, dead. And found myself unable to go inside. He found himself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I'll press this again. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no. It wasn't, right? But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time was exactly, it was 1 p.m. A public phone at 1 p.m. The electricity was out from noon to 6. That makes sense. I remember the time. Oh yeah, but she didn't. The time of death. That's it. Time of death was 4 p.m. That's it right there. Time of death, 4 p.m. She shouldn't be dead at 1 p.m. That's it right here. Wow. You found the body at 1 p.m., brother? You sure about that, brother? I'm about to bust him. I'm a lawyer. Yes, I was. 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find at 1 p.m. I'll just explain this 3-hour gap. Got him. He's sweating. Oh, that's over. This is trivial. The witness nearly forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw It. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Switch it up. Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Television. It was a blackout, bro. Oh, I can't reject. I'm already on that. Oh, it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotaped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. We got him. Right. You know what to do. Yeah, I got this. I got this. You see it? That's what that said. The time of discovery. I'm about to bust him. He about to go to jail. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. You said you heard, not saw. Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look anything else. Watch. The witness did say he actually heard the time. Wow. Objection! The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. This your own evidence. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Well, defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait. I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Let's see. Okay. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. A table clock in the apartment. Okay. So, use this evidence. She was killed. She was killed by a statue. It's rather heavy. And the victim arrived the day before the murder. That's all we got. There was a table clock in the apartment, was it there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. That's the wrong murder weapon, that's obvious. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness gladly. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't it? Yeah, the murder weapon. Boom. That's it. Objection! We win. I think. So that's all, man. I see how this is like a tutorial, really. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay, that's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The deck is the switch, you just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright. It's a clock. Yes, it's supposed to be heavy. Oh. I mean, that's a contradiction too. I was supposed to be reading. That was the sound you heard. Oh. Order in the court. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never looked. The clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw you. Oh, no. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? know the sound came from the clock. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Salt heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply the sound had to be that clock. Try sound. Here in this court. Listen very carefully. Please do a thing. It certainly is strange, but most of the time, it's the thinker after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Ray? Mr. Payne, can you tell what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Salt had heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Salt, try to talk your way out of this one. Forgot one thing. Talking about now. But it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. Proves nothing. How do you know it's running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? Can't prove that. You don't have a case. That's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. Mr. Wright, seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes. Dang. Unfortunately, this is the cross-examination of Frank Salt. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You Lars are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Salt. Maya, Chief. Listen up, Mr. Wright. Don't throw this one away, not like this, think. Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. That doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have the proof. Why was the clock 3 hours? about laws in video games. It's literally the other option. And then the last one we didn't use. Boom.
Take that!
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. It's 4 p.m. here. It's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Solid? Or should I say Mr. Did It? Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find a true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts. And with that, court is adjourned. I'm about to save.